Today I want to share a real client story. She had a good job, but renting in LA kept her stuck financially. Once we broke down the numbers and looked at her real options, she realized homeownership wasn't as far away as she thought, and together, we turned uncertainty into stability and a future she could finally feel confident about.
Miss L works in the medical industry. She had just graduated college a few years ago and had been working for about 3 to 4 years. Like a lot of young professionals, she didn't own a home yet. She was paying rent, on top of her car loan, on top of her student loans. She had a decent income, but it felt like no matter how hard she worked, everything was just going out. Nothing was coming back.
Every month, she was paying around $2,500 for a one-bedroom apartment in downtown LA. She uses simple furniture because she knows she has to move again sooner or later. And for the same reason, she never had a Christmas tree at where she lives. The place was nice enough, but it was just a place to sleep. It didn't feel like home. And more importantly, after 3 years, 5 years, even 10 years of renting, there would be nothing to show for it. One day, she came across the new community that I was representing. She loved the homes, the space, the idea of having something that felt stable, something she could actually call hers. But like most people, her first thought was, there's no way I can buy a home right now. So we sat down and walked through the numbers together. She learned that you don't need to be ultra wealthy to buy a home. You don't need 20% down. With a solid income, a reasonable credit score, and an FHA loan, she could buy a brand new home with as little as 3.5% down. Here's what really clicked for her. Before, she was paying $2,500 a month in rent for a one-bedroom money that was gone forever. Now, her mortgage payment is around $3,800 to $4,000 per month. Yes, it's a higher monthly payment, but instead of paying rent, she's building equity. Every payment reduces the loan balance and moves her closer to owning the home outright. Over time, she's not just paying for a place to live, she's paying toward an asset. In 30 years, the home is fully hers. Or she can sell earlier and use the equity for her next move or pass the property down to the next generation. It's a shift from paying rent to building long-term value. Yes, there's interest on a mortgage, but the payment is fixed for 30 years. With her career in the medical field, her income is expected to grow. Her payment stays the same. Rent? We never know when it's going up again. Let's say the home price was $750,000. Using an FHA loan, she only needed about 4% down, roughly $30,000 to become a homeowner. That upfront investment gave her ownership of a $750,000 home. Now imagine the home appreciates by just $150,000, reaching $900,000 over 5 years, a conservative 4% appreciation per year. That means her $30,000 turned into $180,000 in equity. That's a 5 times return, about 500% total on the money she invested. On a yearly basis, that's 100% return per year on her cash. That's how money should work for you, not just rent disappearing every month. And because this is her primary residence, that gain may be tax-free. Under IRS Section 121, homeowners may qualify to exclude up to $250,000 in gains if single or $500,000 if married. Always double check with your CPA and the IRS rules for your own situation. That's like having $30,000 per year quietly working for her, without changing jobs, without working overtime, just by owning the home she already lives in. Today, Miss L doesn't just live somewhere. She owns a home, she's building equity, she's no longer stuck in the rent cycle, and most importantly, she feels confident about her future. Stories like this matter because they're real. They show what's possible when you understand how the system actually works. If you're wondering whether homeownership could be your way out of the rat race, my role is simple: to help you understand your options and guide you every step of the way. This is what I do, and this is how I help people turn possibility into reality.